Let's see here. Donex hasn't been doing too well for the past few days. Well, FPX DQ in general, right? And we also do see as well from her, well, it's not her, from his clerk game. Could have got into 4K, but it was just unfortunate. He does get brain fog sometimes. So we did see the percentage rate as well. Sorry, I kind of skipped through that a little bit too fast. It was somewhat potential alongside with Max Player Breaking Berserker. And we do have Overwhelm on the hands of this opera singer as well. So first chase here will be Meteorologist. We see everyone's heart rate here as well. Donex on 107 as the catch up here is really fast too. But up against an opera singer, don't think it's matter as much. Lyle in between the pallets here. For Donex, it's really just fast breaking as soon as we can. But also at the same time, couldn't really get that pallet drop down on time too. But it just seems like from Donex's opera singer, ooh, nice pushback. We're playing it a little bit too safe in my opinion, but sadly that pushback was not able to get us towards the window. Maybe if we invested flywheel could have gotten through, but with that, blink ready in 2 seconds. We do have another pushback here to use, but the flywheel, it was a good, you know what, I can see the thought process there. We wanted a flywheel pushback, but it's opera singer. You still can't forget opera singer's attack range and speed is kind of good. Well, her attack speed is definitely one of the best, but the range is definitely moderate there as well. But if you combine those two together, her basic attack is quite cracked in that sense. We do see Lion who already rotated out, but looking for more survivors here will be a little bit hard. They will have to rescue at least once though, but it seems like it'll be an after half rescue here instead because we do have Lancelot currently at middle. Lion seems like he's going to go in from the back of Shaq if we see bottom left hand side of our screen. As of now, yes, Lucky Guy still does have that controller too. We do have the bot to decode just a little bit more, so our 4 cipher machines actually being started alongside with the 5th one. I do think now it's kind of just all about how fast we can rush for the remainder of the time. But for Donex here ourselves, a little bit more. There we go. That's going to be hit there registered instantly as we go straight for the rescue. But this is still Meteorologist with one more pushback ready on our hands to use. But that pushback wouldn't be able to do too much as Donex kind of got a little bit... it does seem like a bit of lag, but which one charge that kit? There we go. There goes down the Meteorologist. Of course, yes, Trumpard has already changed towards Teleport. We're not missing that much Cypher Machine, honestly speaking, for GW. So at least from their side right now, it's honestly speaking pretty decent in a sense that I don't think they can lose unless, let's say, Lucky Guy actually gets first chased, because Lucky Guy does not have borrowed time. But we still do have Lucky Parcel left in our hands to use, and you see as well, Lucky Guy finish off the Cypher Machine at Carpet as well. As of now, we see Lucky Guy, Lucky Guy is going to use the bot to heal First Officer. So everyone still maintains full health. So this just means Lucky can actually go look for another chest now. Preferably speaking, a gun would be nice. And then for the 5th item, a perfume wouldn't be bad as well. But Lancelot here currently at middle. It's an elbow pad, which is unfortunate. I felt like we definitely should have looked for an item. But that elbow pad I will buy is quite a lot more time. They're not missing that much Cypher Machines here once again, as I repeat myself. But from the side of Donex, we should try get a hit on towards Lancelot and maybe teleport out to someone else, just for a bit of map control. But with this much Cypher Machine decoding progress, I don't even think it's doable by that point. So flywheel, is it possible? It's not! That's bad news now as we're teleporting straight towards Lion here. Okay, Lion has been spotted out. That's going to be instantly on towards our First Officer. But this is the Cypher Machine at... is this the Cypher Machine at 90 or is this the one at 53? This should be the one at 90. Because we do remember there was someone decoding in the middle as well. But right now, Donex, no hit on towards Officer. Ooh, Lion. Still trying to buy a little bit more time for ourselves. But that's definitely very doable too. As finally the activation of the Pocket Watch has been activated there. And... activated has been triggered, Lamar. My English is not okay at 9 o'clock at night. But Lancelot does have an additional gun. So it seems like we're just going to double back here towards Lancelot, who does, yes, have that knee-jerk reflex here alongside with Flywheel, so we just saw. I feel like Donex can start tunneling this Lucky Guy for the sake of a win. A trim elimination is definitely very doable here as we popped open the middle 90% Cypher Machine. Donex realizing that as well, that there's no point in trying to fight for the 90% Cypher, which is precisely the reason why we decided not to go for a Shadow Lance is ready, as we did manage to go through as well. That's knee-jerk reflex from the pallet, however. Lancelot, whee, what a dodge! And now... we're still gonna go down on towards the ground. Unicorn here now nearby as the Enchantress. we're not cheering nearby, which is nice. But for Ench here, we only have one and just a tiny bit of stacks. So 3 stacks here actually might not be doable unless she body blocks for the lucky guy, which she definitely has to. But also at the same time, we're gonna go look for first officer here, whose cipher machine is done. Teleport is ready in 10 seconds. And it seems like we might just pop here instantly as well, but that just means Lions cannot do anything more after that. We're gonna pop here instantly, move and speed boost. The wall did save him a little bit there, which is fine. But officer, what a beautiful pallet stun. And now we're gonna go straight towards the other side as each survivor at a gate each. Well, there's a bot at near lucky guy, but with this it should be a guarantee tie game. Nice hit down. Are we gonna teleport towards the other side here? It's Ench's cipher machine done there first as we teleport over. Okay, that's at least good news. That we can't Shadow Dance back unless Ench is gone, because she can just cancel it, and that will be detrimental in the long run. And then we see lucky guy with that additional rugby ball. Let's congratulate the tie game here then from the side of FPXCQ and for GW as we move on towards second half of game 1. We see Ali spawning in here as Peddler. Peddler up against an Enchantress, First Officer, Lucky Guy, and Magician. It's not, well, I'll be honest, it's pretty hard to play Peddler up against these characters, especially with all of them carrying Flywheel as well. Because, like, with the likes of Peddler, it really is just, you know, Flywheel counters her Vines, Flywheel counters her Explosion Bombs, Flywheel counters quite a lot of her as well. Like, you could still type Mind Game up against the Peddler, especially early presence too, without, well, no presence in that sense. But Ling will be first chase here as we do have some Rugby Ball left. We did manage to pull out here a little bit more, and we did recover on time as well. But that will be an instant chip, sadly, as forward still, well, not forward, but lucky guy disguised as forward still has just barely a ball peel left. From our side note here, once again, it's Ali, one more Vine on our hands to use. We can't use it here just yet unless the wall there has been dismantled, well, not dismantled, but broken. Chip here is going to be a little bit hard, so we're going to go for the normal hit instead. And we are currently still 1 chip down, so it's not too bad. It's just going to be the instant fast catch up here. We do a blink, and that will just be the... Wow, what a flywheel, but the chip damage will be enough. The chip damage will be enough. There you go. There you go. Because, like, worst case scenario there is Ali would just drop the chip damage right in between the pallet, so then, like, Lucky Kai can't fault, and you can just immediately hit for the Terror Shock. That's a lose-lose situation for Lucky Guy, unfortunately. And first officer on our way in now. It's not going to be too hard to make our way in because of the pocket watches, thankfully. But there is still Vines. That is one of the kind of threats to worry about. We're currently 2.5 cipher machines done. We're currently on our way in. We're going to be able to take that there instantly. Missed the chip, and that's an instant hit on the chair. That's really bad. In that sense, that's really, really, really bad. Lynn's going to be able to pull away. Maybe not. Lynn won't be able to pull away as we're going to be able to get the hit down. But he still at least gets towards somewhere relatively safer up against Peddler, in which Peddler cannot really do much up against, you know, the Survivor Cypherish comp. Right now, we are 265% decoding progress done. First officer already started a new cipher machine here at Graveyard. And we also see as well the puppeteer at the corner cipher machine. We're just missing the cipher machine here at middle. Meanwhile, Stin is already nearby to buy a bit more time. It's better to actually come in early in this case as well, because worst case scenario for you is the fact that you fail rescue like the rest of them, because like everyone has failed rescue already. We're going to be able to get 1 chip damage hit there. Okay, we're going to wait for a little bit longer. That's going to be the rescue there instantly. No hit past the window. Lynn is able to rebound cut here, but the divine flywheel wasn't ready. Flywheel was already. I mean, I guess we're going to go back towards the corner then in that case. I guess we'll go back towards the corner then in that case. Lynn just doesn't want to give any more presents, or else it will be max presents, which is really bad. Didn't get a hit on towards Magician as well, because he got the free rescue too. So, like, from the side of Ali, this is definitely still very tieable. We'll just have to see how FPXZQ plays this to guarantee the tie, or even how Ali map controls after this as well. We have teleport ready. Well, we've trump card ready for teleport as Blink is ready in 15 seconds. And it seems like it will be Yihua Cipher Machine here. Oh, just popped on time as well. And we remain full health. Which is even better. Chip damage will land. Wow, okay. Instant hit on towards the officer. But officer still has to be a little bit more careful here. We're going to teleport straight towards the puppeteer. Cipher machine was not locked, but instead we're going to control a vine. We're going to obtain a vine on the ground. And there's a cipher machine locked there instantly. In that case, will we just open a new Cypher machine then is a question for ZQ. I don't think we will. I don't think it's a necessity for now to open a new Cypher machine, but that's also okay too. We will open a new one. Yeah, it does seem like Pedro wants to control that as much as we can. But Teleport has been forced out, so from the side of ZQ, they know that they need to play a really fast game. Because the longer they stall, the more items Ali has, the more items Pedro has. The more items Pedro has just means the more chances she's able to get a 3-man elimination. We do see Dungeon nearby as well. It would be lovely to break the pallet, but we need to break the pallet after we chair. We're going to be able to get our movement speed boost here alongside with hit range. That's fine. That's a hit. Could have broken the pallet there instead of hitting, I won't lie, but that is kind of our route to max presence, finally, in that sense as well. And Puppeteer, just one more. Very beautiful, daunting. Chip damage is going to be really hard to do here, but our Cypher machine is already primed. We can drop down here and get movement speed boost. We're going to go instantly. Okay. Okay. Someone's already at the XA 27%. Yuen does have a pallet left to play with, but Ali is going to have to go from the other side. But once again, this is a Puppeteer that we're talking about who's able to tank one detention hit. That's going to be chip number 1. They're beautifully done. But we need to land chip number 2, or we at least have to land chip number 2. Join the little puppet form. We need to land the chip. We didn't. Can we get maybe a lock? Well, why are we locking here? I don't know about locking there. That's a beautiful... No, that's a tree, man. It does seem like Donex has decided to go with his speciality in one sense as well. His color blue is really good, but we see here as well, right? Instant red mark, instant red ball on towards Lancelot. One more snowball, beautifully done. As now we're gonna make our way over. In this case now we're kind of at the range of it's a guaranteed tie game because we did manage to land the first 2 double surprises. So even if you miss the next one, we've already caught up so fast here to the point that we didn't get it. That's so unfortunate. But can we land this one? That's a white ball. That's a snowball. That's so unfortunate. But at least that's a very good hover usage there from the side landslides. We're able to pull away just a tiny bit more distance. There is no trapeze ready just yet, as we even haven't landed head on towards this who again? Aeroplanist. Land. Ooh, barely by the edge. Barely by the circumference of that pallet. Can we land maybe one more? We didn't. We did manage to land a snowball there, though. We do have a vault over here just about on time. That's going to be red ball. Was not able to land, probably because of defense mechanism for the vault boost. But now, Lancelot's just going to be able to pull a little bit further out in towards the pallet now. Even with Hullablues, moving speed boost, that's kind of the nice thing about playing this character. So we're able to land a snowball there instantly. Just one more ball left on our hands to use, but that's a flywheel there just to dodge it. But sadly, we were not able to fully reset ourselves. So with this, it's already a good enough kite. 85-second containment time by the time we get on towards the chair. Lying here once again by ourselves. The thing is, Layla is also nearby as well as the coordinator, but even for Cordy ourselves, Cordy can't gun early. And the reason why Cordy can't gun early is because we want to use her as a threatening factor, excuse me, just so then once we do pick up the aeroplanist, Cordy can at least buy a tiny bit more time. But Devil Pat coming in here, instant rescue, which is good. We're able to get the instant damage on towards him as well. And for Lancelot here, we're forced to go over towards tents. But can we maybe... Ooh, we could force the... Okay, we couldn't force the pallet spin, sadly. Well, to be fair, Donex didn't really even have the pallet spin as well. But from my point of view, Lancelot, maybe there was a possibility there, but it just seems like right now, it's going to be Cordy coming in to rescue. Double downing is a very high possibility in this sense as well, but it was Cordy's Cypher machine left untouched as we have 10-second wanted order. Cordy's still trying to decode that Cypher machine as Merc is now going to double back towards the chair. We're going to backdoor rescue here. But for Mercenary, it's an instant elbow pad and an instant second elbow pad out. We cannot afford a double down. It's a little bit tight here, but it's okay. It's a Mercenary that we're talking about, so that's going to be instant. Just a red ball for now. That's fine. Just a mud ball for now as well. That's okay. We can pallet spinning here for Mercenary to go down. But no, that's not enough though next. We got it just on time, but Lion missed the opportunity. Lancelot still has a chance here to go towards Coordinator. We can't forget he has one more jetpack left on his hands to use. No double surprise as well. And with the Cypher machine decoding progress here, it's going to be up towards that Embalmer to do as much as possible. But we're going to go upstairs here first, as we're going to try to go towards the corner. We did manage to go down too. That's so annoying when it comes to playing up against this character. Trapeze is ready. We can trapeze over here from side of Donex. That's going to be a mud ball and... okay, fair. I thought we can vault over that, I'll be honest with you, but... Ay, 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 that's just so unfortunate. But though next we can clutch the tie here, thankfully. But look, last two Cypher Machine, 87%. Merc used up self-heal. Out of all things, we use up self-heal now, but that just means Merc can double back. However, Embalmer Cypher Machine cannot be decoded here anymore. We're going to vault over here for the knee-jerk reflex. Ouch. The further out we go here, the better it is. But it seems like for Embalmer here, I don't know why we're kiting nearby. But a big issue now comes with Mercenary having to find a new item. Can we get a needle? Meanwhile, Embalmer is still trying to contain. Cordy is the safest one out of everyone, but it seems like Merc did get an additional elbow pad, which is also good too. That is Mercenary's item at the end of the day. But now, for Unicorn, we can still go upstairs. Let's not forget, upstairs is still a huge possibility. We can still self-rescue. Ooh, the damage would land, but that's going to be Mudball. Whoa, okay, Dodex got out of range for that. We're just missing one more red ball now. Both Cypher Machines are currently being decoded. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to pop it open here instantly as well. Okay, there's Unicorn on their way out. It seems like Unicorn's directly at the front gate. Merc elbow pads out here first. But he maintains full health, and let's not forget. We should be able to make it towards the exit gate. Embalmer. Embalmer is currently up on the first stop. Merc still aiming for just that tiny bit more. As we're now going to go towards the back. Did that hit? That didn't hit there just yet. But Mercenary vaulting over the pallet there. We're becoming a very scary fella here right now. But with that pallet spin, you can't really trapeze over and hit Merc. It's a bit too hard. There is no dungeon nearby, thankfully, for Donex. So at least from our point of view, it's now just a waiting game that will not register. That will register itself. And Mercenary will be left now on his own. And that's going to be a tie game here. Donex, congratulations on securing the tie. We'll move on towards second half. Well, Ali is going to play here once. It's nice to see Ali being kind of out a lot for GW, but he doesn't really have that much experience compared to TZYM. That's the thing. Because like in MRC, he's kind of seen as a substitute for XC, but right now in GW, he has to perform quite a lot, but there is no one nearby, unfortunately speaking, here once again. We don't really see anyone here nearby, but we need to deploy a double surprise now, Ali. Ali not putting down a double surprise here is, honestly speaking, bad news for two reasons. Reason number one, it's way too long. You have 35 seconds free decoding time, free rotation time. Well, maybe they're not decoding, but accelerated decoding time will be kind of ready in 3 minutes. So the longer the hunter waits, the worse it basically gets endgame. We do finally see Stian here, but we missed the first hit because he didn't really land on towards the ground just yet. And we do have warp here, thankfully speaking, but we're already at the coaster. So this by itself is just a bad decision here made by Ali himself. Like, we do have warp, yes. We're going to wait around here just for a little while longer. Couldn't really get on, so can the warp come out or will we change targets? I personally feel like changing targets would be for the best. We're wasting too much time early game here. But Ali is going to still go for... does not land. Let's not forget why it does not land. We're going to be able to warp in here instantly. We see Stian upstairs right now, but you're not meant to go over towards that side. That's what I feel. Yes, you can force him down, but that doesn't mean he can't just run back upstairs or run out. 9 seconds left until our next rocket. Aeroplanist Cypher Machine was the first one done here too. So I feel like from the side of Ali, you're giving them too much time. You're really giving them too much time. And it's one, mini dash from the rocket. You're out of that red zone. You still have your items that you can use. So, Stian once again. We're now towards the double pallet one window near the W-shaped wall. I don't know. This is more F-shaped to me, but we'll just call it W. Now we're calling it F. But double stack here instantly as well, which is nice. However, once again, look at the Cypher Machine decoding progress. We're not breaking any of the pallets. Yes, we do move fast, but we pallet spinned. Ooh, that didn't hit. Can we land that one? We couldn't. Patience is key. Patience is key. That's knee-jerk reflex from the pallet here one more time. We missed the mud ball range because of the knee-jerk reflex here. But at least... What a dodge. What a dodge. What a dodge. We're going to have to wait around here. Can this hit? This hits. Okay, at least it goes down. But look at the Cypher Machine. The last 4 ciphers are all 75% on average. We're going to be able to pop the second Cypher Machine here at 96%. 98%. It's popped. And it's the 78% decoding progress here from Yuan. And you know what? Yuan may not have tie turner, but he can definitely still rescue. It allows Ihua to come in for free. it does allow Ihua to actually come in for free. Ihua needs to come in by boar. Yeah, by boar. Walking, it's too risky. Walking is actually too risky. We're going to wait here to buy a little bit more time for... We're going to go for full chair. I think full chair is probably for the best here as well. We don't really have to risk it that much. Last life machines were at 61%. And it is Weeping Clown without any items too. So, you know, with this in mind then, it's probably going to be Novelist alongside with Whining here harassing. Whining's just going to make his way in slowly. Cypher Machine at 7980. There's 2 survivors decoding it. Let's not forget. We're going to be able to get down here on time. That's going to be instant hit, instant rescue. Okay, it's going to be Whiling who's able to tank that hit here. And Weeping Clown, that goes down together with him. But we're going to be able to pop open the Cypher Machine here instantly then. Yup, we will. We're going to have to, as we're going to warp back here first, looking for the other survivors as they're rushing now towards the exit gate. Whiling's the one in front of us. But if you're leaving Weeping Clown there by himself, that's also really bad news too. Because Whiling's board is ready in 7 seconds. Hold on a second. We can maybe double down. We did! We did! It might be a good pedestal here from Ihua, but we are faster. Picking up Whiling here is not the best... Well, it's the only choice we have. It's the only choice we have. However, Stian Cypher Machine as the Weeping Clown is already at 90%. And the warp is over. The warp duration is over. Ling very closely nearby here. But when we go after that Weeping Clown, it's not good news for us here as well. So now the best case scenario here is actually for us just to leave. Because no matter what happens, if the Weeping Clown wants to come in, it's not good news for him. It's still a tie game for us. But that's what ZQ is thinking of right now. No matter what happens, it's always going to be a tie game. We missed that hit there instantly, which is so bad as well. But we see Yuan nearby, who's playing Aeroplanist. But now with 56 seconds left on the clock here, we could potentially force change targets. If we can force a target change, that'll be really good as well. But that just means we need 2 survivors to come in. We need Lin to come in. We need Lin to come in to swap places for the rescue. But Yuan's also going to come in here. Whiling, Novelist, we're both looking from both sides. But it seems like everyone's just going to slowly leave away. And what do we know? We know even if you do dash over, it doesn't matter. Yuan's going to just immediately pull up that hover. Hover and jetpack. Hover and jetpack. Jetpack is all we need. Hover and jetpack. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Job. There we go. There we go. But can this land? This mud did it land? One more? No. Why did we cancel it? Why? GG's.